One item in particular has been hitting the runways and your Instagram stories more often than not, and that is the satchel, man bag, man purse, what have you, whatever you want to call it. And in today's Trend Tuesday, we're going to be talking about the man bag, and we're going to be talking about how it relates to fashion and where I see it going in the future. So welcome to another Trend Tuesday. If you guys are new here, my name is Matt. I make a ton of fashion videos just like this one. Usually 2 videos every week, one pertaining to trends like you're watching right now, and the other pertaining to some random cop that I have and kind of how to styles with those. But today we're going to be talking about the man bag, the satchel, what have you, whatever you want to call it, that's what we're going to be calling it today. And how it's been pertaining to street fashion in general come 2020, and what brands and things you should be buying with this or not be buying. So to put a little bit of history behind this, I think the man bag, the satchel, the messenger bag, any type of like crossbody bag for men haven't really been in style for such a long time. You still do see it a lot with men with briefcases, you see it a lot with messenger bags with men. Usually the bags like that with men are more for business, more for travel. They're not usually meant for style, more for the practicality of it. With the emergence of a ton of people, including myself, into street fashion, you saw a ton of people gravitating towards these man bags mainly last year, and you're still seeing it this year in a lot of different ways. So like usual, we're going to be talking about the different brands that are involved with this. So let's start today with the low end and work our way to the high end. So on the low end of things, you have a bunch of different brands really trying to capitalize on this trend. You have brands like Champion, PacSun, Target. You have a bunch of different brands like that really trying to capture like the small bag, and by that I really mean like the small little crossbodies you'll see a lot of guys wear. Think of your Supreme shoulder bags in that instance where it's just a little bit smaller, for example. Not as much like your waist bags, your fanny packs, not as much of that, but just kind of like the smaller bags in general. I definitely saw as being super hot. In my opinion, if you're a bigger dude like me, you're 6'2", those don't really look good on us. We are large human beings, and having a small item like that on our chest really accentuates how big we are. Even if you're anywhere between 6 feet tall or you're around like 180, 190 pounds and up, I would definitely recommend going with something like a shoulder bag or like a fanny pack that you kind of just throw over your shoulder. Something like that I think is a little bit better than the small little shoulder bags you've been seeing. But as it relates to brands, you saw a lot of like the low end brands really pushing on all cylinders. In my opinion, one of the higher end low end bags would be Herschel. They're probably the only ones that I would recommend from that price range. I feel like since it's so trendy, you're not going to get a lot of value out of it once you're done wearing it, but really value's where I see a lot of this trend going. So let's go into more higher end bags. The Louis Vuitton Danube, what have you. Someone's going to correct me at some point on how to pronounce that. But really that was the quintessential bag that I saw all over social media, from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube. Everybody felt like had one of those, and in my opinion they were such a worth it piece because of the fact that it usually was a vintage piece and they're only going for around $300, which for a Louis Vuitton bag isn't that much. When you consider the fact that it does have a little bit of character to it, a little bit of aging, it really fits into even the vintage side of things, which has been huge right now, and I think it's just a really good piece. And the only other piece that I've really seen highlighted in both the high fashion world and the street fashion world would be the Dior saddlebags. Those, in my opinion, are sick as hell. I have nothing against them. They're definitely a runway piece, more so than a streetwear piece. But, God. But in my opinion, I think they mix very well into the streetwear world because of that. So Matt, you've talked about the low end a little bit, the high end a little bit. Where do you think I should buy? In my opinion, the Louis Vuitton Danube is probably the best way to go. You're gonna end up spending around $300 for a piece like that. But in my opinion, you're going to be able to sell it for around that same price. They've been that price for a while, if not spiked a little bit due to the demand of it. And even on top of what would be the logo flex, would it be on top of like the Louis Vuitton flex, it would just be at the quality of the bag, which is going to be much better. You're not going to have to worry about it breaking as much. Even though it is vintage, in my opinion, I've seen a ton of Louis Vuitton handbags last an extremely long time when they're taken care of. And you can easily find handbags like that from Louis Vuitton that last that long. The Dior saddlebag, in my opinion, is probably a little out of most people's price range. I probably wouldn't buy one of those, but if you do go with that, just know you're spending a lot for a brand, which in my opinion, if you just got the Louis Vuitton bag, you're pretty much hitting that same flex zone. The Supreme shoulder bags, waist bags, whatever bag you want to buy from Supreme wouldn't be a bad buy as well, because you are getting a little bit of hype in there. If you're about the hype, you're probably going to buy the Supreme bag anyways. If I were you, I'd probably just spend a little bit more and get the Louis Vuitton bag, but to each their own, and Supreme is sometimes a worthwhile investment. Just make sure you're buying a legit one, because they are faked more often than not. And in my opinion, for this trend, I would not go with the low end. I don't see the value in it. You're going to be buying it for around $50, and you're probably only going to get like $5 worth of value out of it if you're going to try to sell it afterwards. Are going to go with the low end bag, I would say go with the Herschel bag. I would avoid the Champion ones. I would avoid Target brand ones, anything like that, unless you really need it. But in my opinion, this trend isn't going to go on for forever, but it is still a practical use if you're traveling. Buy whatever bag you want. I like going with a backpack. I've had my Herschel backpack for forever. I do have a backpack video where I recommend like 5 different backpacks. I've owned like half of them. The other 2 I felt in hand, thought they were great. You can go watch that video if you want to know more about backpacks. But that has been today's Trend Tuesday. If you're new here, please subscribe down below. It really helps out a channel like myself. Slowly growing, and I appreciate every single one of you who watch my videos and just take the time to comment on anything. It really means the world to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. And if you like this video, please leave a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And again, thank you for watching this video. I definitely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Let's have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.